Hi. In this video I'd like to talk a little bit about getting speaking gigs. If you are a speaker, gigs beget gigs, providing you're not backward in coming forward. In the world of Toastmasters, right across all of the regions, the districts, there are a great many really good speakers. But a lot of them never get out onto the speaking circuit. Within Toastmasters itself, it's often difficult to get before a big audience, unless of course you enter contests and you do very well. But there are other ways. If you develop a certain skill in a certain area, not just talking about talking, but have a speciality that you can present to an audience, you're liable to get invited along, providing your reputation is out there, to speak at district conferences. It isn't easy to do. There's a lot of competition for it. I was in Toastmasters from 72 to about 1997, 1998, before I got to present my first workshop at a district conference. That would have been at the Plaza Royal in Parramatta, and I spoke about storytelling, which was something I'd specialised in. After that, nothing seemed to happen. No more invitations to speak at conferences. And then a friend of mine, Glenn de Cruz, started to promote me. He said, "Oh, Tom's a storyteller. He's a great storyteller." And before you know it, he'd arranged for me to present at an annual conference, District 73, in the Adelaide Hills. And from there on, it seemed to take off. And from there on, I've spoken to District 69 twice, District 70 a couple of times, District 90 a couple of times, District 112 in New Zealand, District 89 in Hong Kong, and so it goes on. Once you become known, then of course you get more invitations. But as I said, don't be backward in coming forward. You have to let people know that you'd like to do a workshop at one of their conferences. What I have noticed is this: if you are attempting to get a workshop in a district far away from where you live, you stand a better chance normally, because they've already use their tried and true ones over and over again at their local district, and they like outsiders. I think that's one of the reasons I was able to speak at Inverell when it was District 69, and up at Caboolture, the semi-annual conference. So, as I said, don't be backward in coming forward. Let them know. Don't expect them to treat you as a professional speaker and buy your airfare there, although that's happened to me a couple of times, or no, once. So be prepared to put out the money yourself. You are gaining experience as a speaker. Now, speaking outside of Toastmasters is also a good way to get used to those big audiences. There are many big audiences outside of Toastmasters. Start off with the small, start off with the service clubs such as Rotary and Lions, JCs, etc. And eventually you'll find yourself speaking to bigger groups such as the National Seniors, Probus clubs. Before you know it, you'll get used to speaking to big audiences. So when that conference comes along, that Toastmaster conference, you won't be fazed in the least if there are a couple of hundred in the room. Practice makes perfect, And practicing in front of big audiences, in other words, presenting in front of big audiences, will give you the confidence to be able to apply to do workshops and presentations at big Toastmasters events. But put your name out there. Approach them. Do not expect them to approach you.